Some big breaking news which is coming in as Uttar Pradesh government gears up to conduct surveys on unregistered madrasas. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has now triggered off a fresh row. Speaking on the survey, he likened it to mini NRC. Listen in.
से मदरसा बोर्ड के तहत उत्तर प्रदेश में वो आपका रिकॉर्ड है। ये मदरसे से ये जो प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं जो मदरसा बोर्ड से रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं है, जो आर्टिकल 30 के तहत उनको राइट है, आप क्यों करेंगे सर्वे उनका? आपको क्या राइट है करने का? क्यों करेंगे आप? आप क्यों जानकारी करेंगे आप? क्या आपके सामने मदरसे चल रहे हैं, आप क्यों शक करते हो मदरसों को? आपके दिमाग में बात बैठी हुई है शक करना। आपके कल एक ऑर्डर, आप इस सर्वे करके बोलेंगे नहीं यहाँ पर नमाज नहीं पढ़ो मदरसे में, आप कहेंगे नहीं कुरान मत पढ़ो। अरे भाई ऑर्डर जारी कर दो ना, बोल दो, तुम सब बोल दो कि हम मुसलमान नहीं है। ये करना चाह रहे मकसद आप हरास करना चाह रहे मुसलमानों को। रिकॉग्नाइज मदरसे की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मदरसा एजुकेशन बोर्ड अलग है। ये प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं जो भारत के संविधान के आर्टिकल 30 के तहत मुझे खोलने का पूरा इख्तियार हासिल है। आप उसमें इंटरफेयर नहीं हो सकते, आपको कोई राइट नहीं सरकार को इंटरफेयर करने का उसमें। आप क्यों करेंगे? क्या पैसे ले रहे, क्या आपसे कुछ ले रहे कर रहे? ये हम मदरसा हमारा है, अब ये छोटा एनआरसी है मैं तो कहूंगा ये।
Well, let me go across to Shamit, who's joining us from Hyderabad. Shambit, scathing words there coming in from Asaduddin Owaisi, but no surprises, is there? Because he has repeatedly called the bulldozers of bigotry when it happened in Uttar Pradesh, later on in Assam and Bihar.
Well, Meghna, he has not left a single stone unturned when coming out to hit out at the BJP ruled states or the BJP top faces or the big leaders and big guns, we can say. And now hitting out at the Yogi's government and also, hitting out at the, survey to be conducted on the madrasas, private madrasas. He has said that this is nothing but to target the Muslims across the state. Also in private madrasas, they are organized privately and the government doesn't have any right to, intervene into those matters, and that is against the violation, that is against the fundamental rights and also the violation of the fundamental right. And also, government doesn't provide any help to these madrasas, doesn't give any salaries to these madrasas, and they are organized privately. And why is government and the administration doing survey on those madrasas? And that is nothing but targeting the Muslims across the state. And also, tomorrow he also said that you just give an order where it can be clearly stated that don't offer namaz, don't go to masjids and madrasas. That will be very much clear. And he also stated that this is nothing but a small NRC.
Well, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. And of course, this is going to be one of our top focus stories here on Times Now as well. Asaduddin Owaisi has this to say. Listen in to what he had said after Uttar Pradesh announced that there is going to be a survey on madrasas. This is Asaduddin Owaisi.
जो मदरसा बोर्ड के तहत उत्तर प्रदेश में वो आपका रिकॉर्ड है। ये मदरसे से ये जो प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं जो मदरसा बोर्ड से रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं है, जो आर्टिकल 30 के तहत उनको राइट है, आप क्यों करेंगे सर्वे उनका? आपको क्या राइट है करने का? क्यों करेंगे आप? आप क्यों जानकारी करेंगे आप? क्या आपके सामने मदरसे चल रहे हैं, आप क्यों शक करते हो मदरसों को? आपके दिमाग में बात बैठी हुई है शक करना। आपके कल एक ऑर्डर, आप इस सर्वे करके बोलेंगे नहीं यहाँ पर नमाज नहीं पढ़ो मदरसे में, आप कहेंगे नहीं कुरान मत पढ़ो। अरे भाई ऑर्डर जारी कर दो ना, बोल दो, तुम सब बोल दो कि हम मुसलमान नहीं है। ये करना चाह रहे मकसद आप हरास करना चाह रहे मुसलमानों को। रिकॉग्नाइज मदरसे की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मदरसा एजुकेशन बोर्ड अलग है। ये प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं जो भारत के संविधान के आर्टिकल 30 के तहत मुझे खोलने का पूरा इख्तियार हासिल है। आप उसमें इंटरफेयर नहीं हो सकते, आपको कोई राइट नहीं सरकार को इंटरफेयर करने का उसमें। आप क्यों करेंगे? क्या पैसे ले रहे, क्या आपसे कुछ ले रहे कर रहे? ये हम मदरसा हमारा है, अब ये छोटा एनआरसी है मैं तो कहूंगा ये।
Well, let me go across to Govt Bhatia of the BJP joining us. Govt Bhatia, how would you like to respond to Asaduddin Owaisi saying that you are using the survey to target Muslims and their educational hubs?
The biggest enemy of our Muslim youth is Asaduddin Owaisi himself. UP government and Yogi Adityanath ji is all for accountability. If taxpayers' money goes into madrasas, there has to be accountability. And earlier also we have seen that there were many madrasas that were taking state funding, and yet there were no teachers, there were no facilities, and this money of the taxpayer was being siphoned. So why OACG is so afraid of any survey and accountability?
But Asaduddin Owaisi says that why are private madrasas coming under government lens? He specified that, private madrasas.
See, 2 points. First of all, there are madrasas that are state-aided, and then there are madrasas that can also be regulated. Regulated for the reason that it has to be ensured that every student there is getting the education and is adhering to the law. There is nothing wrong in doing that. That is the verdict of the Honorable Supreme Court also. When they deal with Article 29 and 30, Mr. Owaisi should read the Constitution at least once to understand the spirit of the Constitution and the law that prevails in the country.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. There you have it. The BJP's first reaction is that there is nothing wrong in surveying what the youth of the nation are being taught in the madrasas. Let me go across to Amir Haq, who's joining us, our bureau chief. Amir, you must explain to us the ambit of this survey that the Uttar Pradesh government wants to undertake on the madrasas. Who all will it cover, and will private madrasas also be covered in it? And what happens after this survey, more importantly?
Well, Meghna, it has been amply clarified by the minority education, by the minorities minister here from the Yogi government that this survey has been mandated by the NCPCR, the National Council for Protection of Child Rights, and this will look into all such aspects of unrecognized madrasas, wherein the kind of teachers that turn up to such madrasas, the kind of premises that are available for the educational institution, the kind of students that turn up there, and also the kind of subjects, the curriculum that is being taught to the students there. So this is being done in order to bring all these unrecognized madrasas in line with what the government actually wants these madrasas to become, modern educational institutions wherein not just education pertaining to theology or religious learning is imparted to students, but also modern education is also given to students, including subjects like mathematics, English, as well as computer science. So this is important for overall development of the student. Remember, out of around 16,000 madrasas, there are only about 560 odd madrasas who actually are recognized by the government and receive government aid as far as carrying on the affairs of the madrasas there. Most of such madrasas, numbering over 15,000, are the ones that are unrecognized or privately run madrasas. So for these madrasas to come in line with the government curriculum is something that is a huge task, and at least Yogi government has started to make a beginning in the right direction, wherein at least profiling of all such madrasas is going to happen. Let me tell you, Meghna, what is happening on the ground, wherein we see opposition leaders turning up against the government, making frequent statements, slamming the government for targeting minority institutions, while the fact is that this is the beginning of profiling and putting down in black and white what is available by way of religious institutions, including madrasas, to minority students, wherein a large number of such students turn up at these madrasas, especially in smaller cities and towns. So therefore, once the government has the complete data pertaining to these unrecognized madrasas, they can begin.
But Amir, here's the problem, that already leaders such as Asaduddin Owaisi, he's just spoken right now, he has called it a mini NRC. He's completely delinked it from education and saying that this is an NRC and it is anti-Muslim as per him.
Well, clearly, Meghna, there is no evidence to support this kind of tirade that Owaisi seems to be carrying out against the Yogi government here, because this is clearly putting down in black and white, creating all such data which will help government create a policy in favor of such students who come from minority community and attend madrasas, who had not received the kind of attention that this government has been giving to such institutions over the last 5.5 years or so. And therefore, there is nothing in this plan of the government which can be compared to CA or NRC, as has been quoted by Asaduddin Owaisi. So clearly no grounds for making such a strong statement against the Yogi government when there is nothing that can be said amiss about the intentions of the government as far as these madrasas are concerned.
Well, this is very interesting. Listen in once again to what Asaduddin Owaisi has said. As Amir is explaining to us, this really has nothing to do with the CA-NRC. This is an NCPCR mandated survey. Why is Asaduddin Owaisi, however, calling it a chota NRC? Listen in to Asaduddin Owaisi.
जो मदरसा बोर्ड के तहत उत्तर प्रदेश में वो आपका रिकॉर्ड है। ये मदरसे से ये जो प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं जो मदरसा बोर्ड से रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं है, जो आर्टिकल 30 के तहत उनको राइट है, आप क्यों करेंगे सर्वे उनका? आपको क्या राइट है करने का? क्यों करेंगे आप? आप क्यों जानकारी करेंगे आप? क्या आपके सामने मदरसे चल रहे हैं, आप क्यों शक करते हो मदरसों को? आपके दिमाग में बात बैठी हुई है शक करना। आपके कल एक ऑर्डर, आप इस सर्वे करके बोलेंगे नहीं यहाँ पर नमाज नहीं पढ़ो मदरसे में, आप कहेंगे नहीं कुरान मत पढ़ो। अरे एक ऑर्डर जारी कर दो ना, बोल दो, तुम सब बोल दो कि हम मुसलमान नहीं है। ये करना चाह रहे मकसद, आप हरास करना चाह रहे मुसलमानों को। रिकॉग्नाइज मदरसे की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मदरसा एजुकेशन बोर्ड अलग है, ये प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं जो भारत के संविधान के आर्टिकल 30 के तहत मुझे खोलने का पूरा इख्तियार हासिल है। आप उसमें इंटरफेयर नहीं हो सकते, आपको कोई राइट नहीं सरकार को इंटरफेयर करने का उसमें। आप क्यों करेंगे? क्या पैसे ले रहे, क्या आपसे कुछ ले रहे कर रहे? ये हम मदरसा हमारा है, अब ये छोटा NRC है मैं तो कहूंगा ये।
Well, in fact, let me go across to Amir. Amir, there you have it. That statement coming in from Asaduddin Owaisi. Very clearly, there is a political twist which is being given. And this is not a story which is just about Uttar Pradesh, is it? Because we have seen similar taunts coming out by opposition parties, even when madrasas were being raised in Assam.
Well, you're absolutely right, Meghna. Every time there is something to do with the madrasas or minority educational institutions, the opposition leaves no opportunity to attack the government here, especially since Yogi Adityanath has assumed chair of the Chief Minister in March 2017. Every time a new policy is formulated or the government or the concerned department thinks of formulating a policy or collecting data in the right direction, the opposition, goes gunning for the ruling party as well as the concerned minister, as well as chief ministers, doubting bringing solace to the minority community or providing them with the best in terms of modern education, computer